Okay, it's just Garistu and Akihiko this time. Hopefully we can track down one more lantern, and maybe see a gold shadow on one of the earlier floors as well. Wait a second, I didn't even accept the lead metal request. Well then, we won't see a gold shadow on one of the earlier floors then. I mean, we will, it just won't drop the lead metal. I'll probably just cut out anything at this point that's not really something I want to show, basically. And the barricade's still gone here. And it's very rare that I'd actually say this, but come on, Phantom Mage, I want... Oh, okay, more enemies than usual. Now, sometimes there's less enemies than usual on the floor, and if that's the case, you want to run to the stairs, because the Reaper's going to come faster than usual. Oh, hi there, Phantom Mages! You were really cooperative and showed up much earlier, although you'll be much more difficult because I don't have a full party. Alright, let's see. Fear me! Okay, there we go, that's good. That's not going to stop you from casting Maraki. And because we're tired, that hurts a lot.
Don't overdo it.
Akihiko is being forced to waste time healing. Thankfully, fearful enemies get critical much more easily. I could go for making the other one afraid, but I'd prefer to... Okay, so you're immune to... Okay, just dark. I thought you were immune to something else.
Don't get careless.
I think now would be a good time to explain why the Phantom Mages scare me so much. It's not so much because of this game, but in Persona Q, the Phantom Mages do something very, very, very bad.
Don't overdo it.
Basically, they like to open with this attack called Wind Corrosion that makes your entire party weak to wind. Or makes people resistant to wind neutral. Just basically lowers your wind resistance by one level, essentially. And then they start spamming full party hitting wind spells, keeping you in an endless loop of being knocked down until you die. If the Phantom Mages ambush your party and basically get the first turn, also this could be Mudo working. Thankfully it didn't. Basically, and yeah, attack reverted, that's the auto Tarakaja going away. If the Phantom Mages get the first turn, you're basically dead. No questions asked, you're dead. There is almost no way to avoid a total party wipe because they will use Wind Corrosion and then just spam Magaru until you die. And you can't do anything about it because you'll all just be constantly knocked down. It is... Oh, okay, I thought that was the more powerful Aki for a second, but it's just the normal Aki. I thought that was Aki Wow for a second.
One enemy remains.
So, you can see why I don't like Phantom Mages. Anybody who's played Persona Q should be able to sympathize with me. I do not like Phantom Mages at all after that game. Okay, no unicorn. I would like unicorn. And that's the final Old Lantern. Also, we're getting more experience than usual because we've got less party members. This is probably the first time that going into Tartarus with less party members
My skills have improved.
is actually viable, because at least you'll have more than just yourself. Fighting alone is very bad, but 2 is alright. Let me just check. Okay, yeah, he is still quite far from learning his next skill, though Junpei and Yukari aren't going to learn their next skills until like level 18, so... Now I just want to find an exit point, because I've got what I came here for. Hi, Shadow. I don't like you. Go away, please. Oh, definitely more enemies than usual. That's... Oh boy, Purple Shadow. Right then. Go away, Purple Shadow. If I had a full party, I would demonstrate what Purple Shadows are, but, because I don't, I am just going to avoid you. Purple Shadows are basically stronger than the usual enemies on that floor. With a full party, they're generally somewhat manageable, but with just 2, I would not risk it in the slightest. Uh-oh. Okay, that's not good.
3 enemies. We're at a disadvantage.
Just in case this attempt to flee doesn't work, I'm going to put you on heal/support. Yeah, I need to find that exit point now. Disc poison, really? Okay, exit point, where are you? Normally I don't use those, but I need to here. Okay, stairs, that is not what I wanted. Hi, big shadow. Where would that exit point be? Chest there, dead end there, shadows everywhere, and we got ambushed again. Oh, that's probably going to be death.
A surprise
Unless
attack.
these ones are stupid. I think that might be death. Well, that was almost death.
You're severely injured.
I am not going to use that Soma, sorry. If this flee doesn't work, we're dead. Okay, it worked. Good. There are more shadows around here. Akihiko, please heal. I'm getting very nervous here, as you can tell, because I want to keep that old lantern. Don't want to have to fight any more phantom mages if I can help it, and I have no choice but to fight you, don't I? If I tried to sneak past it, it would probably hit from the side.
Be careful.
High balances, I don't care about... Wait a minute. You are all weak to thunder. You know what? I think I can fight these things. I'll see you after this fight.
Keep up the good work.
Please give me unicorn shuffle time. I would like that. No unicorn. The reason I want unicorn is because there's actually we need to do the magician social link soon, and we currently don't actually have a... Please tell me that there might not even be an exit point on this floor. And every floor is supposed to have an exit point, isn't it? Thank you! There's one right here. I would still like Unicorn, though, because, yeah, Magician Persona might be useful, and Jack Frost is, in fact, a Magician Persona. Now that we have those 3 old lanterns, though, we can turn that quest in. And that was a deadline quest, too, so good to get that out of the way early. Doesn't look that poorly lit to me. And that is a lot of money, which will be useful soon, because there's a social link that starts kind of soon that requires you to fork over a lot of money, so that is going to be... Actually, can we fuse a unicorn ourselves at this point? That might be easier. Plus, fusing a unicorn ourselves is going to give another benefit. Let me just see. Yeah, I can make Jack Frost on its own. Also, we can make Archangel now. Which we might actually be needing soon, because, just slight spoilers, we'll be starting Justice quite soon as well, so... And in fact, we won't need Omoikane again for a long time. We will be needing Aramitao, but we have more than enough money to get it out of the, Agi, Dia, and Radi. Okay, you can change the skills just by doing that. I want to see, though, if I can make Unicorn out of anything. Also, Chimera might be useful as well, because I think we need a Strength Persona coming up. Is there any way I can make that without Yomotsu Shikome, though? Okay, there's Unicorn, but it requires Yomoto Shikome. Lol, Unicorn with evil touch. Yeah. Actually has Hammer, which is kind of useful. Okay, Valkyrie. Wait a minute, no. Chimera's Chariot. Strength is Valkyrie, which we will actually be needing kind of soon. That's not actually that bad. But before we do that, I just realized that I need to register Yomoto Shikome to the Compendium because it just leveled up. Yeah, I might as well register them all. Okay, I think I have an idea. I am going to need Archangel soon. And I don't need Omoikane, but I would like to make Unicorn. If I get Archangel, I won't need Angel, and I can buy back Yomoto Shikome, so... Petra, Garu? That's not bad. I'll go for that. Also, we haven't started the Priestess Link, so no bonus experience for Unicorn, but immune to ice is kind of cool. So, we have a Unicorn. And now we're introduced to a new thing. Now, if we got Unicorn through Shuffle Time, I don't think we'd get this. This persona seems to be holding something within itself. This is what's called a heart item. Yeah, Unicorn's more of a support/healing thing. Priestess Link is yet to be established, so no bonus experience there. But if we check Unicorn, you'll notice that there's got that heart there. That's why I call them heart items. When you level up the persona to the point where it learns its final skill that it'll learn naturally, you'll get this heart item out of it, which is a special piece of equipment that you can only get through that persona, and a lot of them are really useful. I can say that Unicorn's heart item is called Alicorn, and I know what you're thinking, people who've watched a certain show, but actually, thanks to them adopting the fandom term, they use the wrong definition of Alicorn there. Alicorn is actually the material that a unicorn's horn is made out of. What it does in this game is it makes the holder immune to poison, which actually references the mythology behind unicorns. So, a lot of the heart items do that. There's something related to the mythology of that persona. I doubt we're actually going to be leveling up Unicorn to get that, though, because what I kind of want to do is fuse it with Pixie to get Jack Frost that hopefully, yes, has Dia. Also Poisma. That inflicts poison, I think. And Panic. That's actually not that bad. So, let's go and get ourselves Jack Frost, who I'll have a lot to say about after I fuse him. Assuming that I don't get a fusion accident. I did not, thankfully. I was worried about that because I hadn't saved. Oh, also, Jack Frost also has a heart item. So, this is Jack Frost. Jack Frost is pretty much the mascot of Atlas as a company. It's basically the Pikachu equivalent of Shin Megami Tensei. It's the sort of cute mascot character that's basically in just about every single game. A fun fact about Jack Frost is the first Shin Megami Tensei game that ever got released outside Japan was an obscure Virtual Boy spin-off called Jack Brothers, starring Jack Frost, Pyro Jack, the other Jack that we'll be maybe seeing later, and disturbingly enough, Jack the Ripper. Yes, they had a cute personification of a serial killer in what was a children's game. Like a children's spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei. Yeah, it got its name changed in the English version. For obvious reasons. Jack the Ripper is not in this game, but I think it was in Shin Megami Tensei 4. Doesn't appear in very many games. Also, since we've got Magician, Jack Frost is going to level up. Jack Frost is also a bit of an exception among Magician personas. Most of them tend to use fire skills, but Jack Frost obviously uses ice and is weak to fire. Also, completely immune to ice, just like Unicorn was. Now, I believe Jack Frost's heart item makes you immune to freeze status, and not ice damage itself. So, yeah. Also, Ice Boost, which increases the power of ice spells. So, obviously, Jack Frost, very good in the ice department. Oh, yeah, I also want Archangel. I really don't want Apsara. Apsara is pretty much totally useless to me at this point, but, we're getting rid of most of our personas here. Patra, Dia, Rakukaja. I got it with a, Archangel's kind of more physical than magical, so... Strong against Slash, though. But the Angels do tend to learn healing skills. We have not started this link yet, but we will need a matching persona for it, and at least Archangel is decent in battle, unlike regular Angel at this point. So, we now have Archangel as well. And we have not established Justice yet. Now I need to buy back a bunch of personas from the Compendium. I just realized I forgot to register that unicorn before I fused it away. Dang it. Always got to make a mental note to do that. But anyway, we want... Okay, who do we want back? We don't actually need Omoe Kane at this point for a while. But we do need Ara Mitama, even though we do have access to Chimera at this point. But Ara Mitama's a little more convenient. And we also need Yomoto Shikome because she is amazing. Expensive, but well worth it. And with that, I think we have all the personas that we... And I forgot to accept the Lead Metal Crest. I think we have all the personas that we need for this point. Oh, wait, Valkyrie. Valkyrie could be useful. In fact, I think we need Valkyrie quite soon. Let me see. Okay, we can make... thankfully, this will kill two birds with one stone and get rid of Apsara as well. I'll need to buy back Yomoto Shikome again, but... Taru Unda... Passing down Auto Tarukaja is actually pretty good too. Another more physically inclined persona. I'm going to need to buy back Yomoto Shikome again, but again, well worth the money. In fact, I definitely need to, because... Definitely need to, because we're actually doing that link tomorrow. Valkyrie looks pretty cool, though. Lots of strength. Okay, then. This is the first instance of this mechanic that's come up. Sometimes it'll tell you vaguely that something is about to happen to a certain one of your persona's skills. This is a very hit-and-miss mechanic. So, basically, if I let this to continue, Dodge Slash will turn into something else. Now, sometimes it might turn into an even better skill. Occasionally, though, Igor loves to troll you and turn it into a skill that's worse than something that you already have or that you already learned naturally. A prime example of this, I once had, a skill on a persona that was already immune to light turn into resist light. That was really annoying. But Dodge Slash, seeing as Valkyrie already resists Slash anyway, I guess I don't really need Dodge Slash. Let's see what this turns into. Dodge Slash has changed into Fire Break. Okay, that's a very rare skill to get this early on. Fire Break essentially breaks the enemy's resistance to fire. If they're immune or resistant to fire, they're actually now, neutral to fire. In fact, that could be very useful going into this next boss fight, although seeing as Valkyrie herself is weak to fire, and the next boss fight loves to use fire, might be a very risky tactic. Actually, Mabufu is effective against the next boss as well. Again, that would be risky, because Valkyrie is very weak to fire, and these next bosses are quite good with fire attacks. And again, let's buy back Yomoto Shikome, because we need her, because she's amazing. Still, getting Fire Break was actually pretty lucky. I don't think I've ever seen a persona get that this early on. Normally, Fire Break is a very late-game skill. Like, only really, really high-level personas or your party members, once they're very, very high level, learn that. Yes, you back. I need you now. And, okay, let's see. Need that triangular sword, which will be coming up in a couple of days. Jack Brothers, which I need a second Jack for. Oh yeah, I can actually take this now. Oh, the reward for this is interesting! I'm glad that I got this, but we won't be able to show it until the next, Tartarus session. And I'll also accept that lead metal one. Okay, so we've automatically completed Jack Frost with Dia. Special type of armor. So, this is another one of those armors that totally changes your costume. It's exclusive to females, and I already have the Chivalry shirt. So, we have the High Cart armor, one of the most infamous pieces of armor in this game. Yeah, we'll be showing that off later, but, fortunately for Yukari, she's gone back to the dorm, so we can't put it on her now. I say fortunately for her, because, well, you'll see later. It's actually quite decent armor stat-wise, but, your party members do not like being put in it, let's just say. So I think that's... Okay, I could go back in to try and get myself, that lead metal. I might do that, but it's gonna take a little while. Okay, there is a gold shadow here. It's right up against a wall, though. No! Ah! That was the only one that I've seen so long, and I know that there is a trick where you can, like, where you can pause to reverse the direction of shadows. I've never actually done that before, because I just don't like abusing glitches like that, and you move so I can get this chest. And even though I did, that thing just moves too fast to really effectively do that on. Like, the moment it sees you, it's gone. And that trick probably only works if there's, not a wall right near that thing. I still find bows really awkward to use. Anyway, if anything, we have got a lot more money out of coming here. Actually, a pretty good method of money grinding is just to go into the earlier floors of Tartarus, where all enemies run away from you, so you don't have to worry about getting into fights or getting tired, and just getting the chests on all the floors. You don't even get into encounters by touching shadows that are afraid of you, which is really, really nice. Anyway, I'll get back when I find another gold shadow. If I find another gold shadow. No! Ah! Yeah, just... That's it, I'm not using the bow anymore. It's just way too unreliable. I guess I could say that I did get another shirt of Chivalry. Though I do like Akihiko's standard outfit, but, +1 magic or +1 luck. This one does give better defense, so I might as well give him that. Yeah, party members have weird reactions to being given the alternate costume outfits. Now, the character that Akihiko gets is, I can't see it properly from here. I'll just put in a, I'll edit it in text. Anyway, time to find another gold shadow. Oh, okay. Here is something that I haven't shown before. This can randomly happen on Tartarus floors sometimes. If you get to a floor that has no enemies at all, you want to get out of here quickly. Find the stairs as soon as you can. because the Reaper arrives very quickly. This isn't as bad as getting a floor that is all rare treasure chests. That's when you really want to run, but this is kind of bad too. Now, where are the stairs? Come on, stairs. I'm getting very nervous. Where are the stairs? That's the... You know what? Screw it, I'm going to the exit point. Okay, I think I've run into one of those floors that are all gold shadows. So yeah, good news, easy to find gold shadows. Bad news is that the Reaper comes faster on floors like this. Did find a better bow earlier, though I doubt this is going to help. That one's running away too. Just give me one. You were going right towards me. And if I'd equipped the sword, I would have got that one. Really? I am really having no luck with gold shadows this entire session. I still don't know how the pausing trick works. Come on! Damn it! That's... Gotcha! Finally! Except that's an enemy advantage.
That's a rare form. Teach it a lesson.
Okay, hi there, Rare Shadow. Please die. Thank you!
A complete victory.
Now, if this
Great
doesn't
job.
drop the lead metal, I'm gonna get very
I
annoyed.
can't believe I'm this tired.
Akihiko seems exhausted.
Oh, well, finally he got tired. Lead metal, there we go. Now we're getting out of here, because the Reaper might show up soon. Chest... Now, get out. Mission accomplished, we are leaving now. We could try for more of them, but I don't think I'd press my luck. Yeah, you're going. I really should not press my luck here. So that's a dead end, isn't it?
I have a bad feeling.
Okay, yeah, Reaper's coming. We do get 2 warnings, though. Okay, I got a second. But I think
That's
we
a rare form. Teach it a lesson.
need to get out of here now. Die, please. Thank you.
A complete victory. Great job.
And I get a second lead medal, which I'm not sure if that sells for anything or not. We're going. We're going now. Thankfully, the next floor is a checkpoint floor, so we can go back. That took way longer than I thought it would. That took about half an hour before I finally got that, and I had a feeling that I'd actually get one of those all gold shadow floors. Mitsuru doesn't actually have anything, like a unique quote for that. She just says there are more enemies than usual. She doesn't mention that they're all gold enemies. But yes, that quest is done, and that means Akihiko's going to go back to the dorm too. I also finally equipped the Slash Ward. I can't believe I didn't equip that earlier. And I equipped better shoes on Akihiko that gave him Dodge Strike. And speaking of equipment, I'm getting rid of that bow now. Also, we have a lot more money. We made up the investment we put into the compendium, so that's good. And we're just going to turn this into Elizabeth, and we're done. Yes, we have a lead medal. Yes, it was difficult. Like, not that bad, but still annoying. So, we get the toy bow from that. And let's see what else we have left. We have Jack Brothers, we have... Oh, now we have a request to open... not open. To get a request to open that lets us get a steel medal, which is from the rare shadow in the second block. I'll do that once I progress further into that block. Also, Valkyrie with... Do I have Tarukaja on my Valkyrie currently? Because that torn black cloth is actually an item that lets you create a new persona that you wouldn't be able to otherwise. Let me just check my Valkyrie. I think I may have Auto Tarukaja, but not Tarukaja itself. I've got Taru Unda. Okay, then. There's no deadline on that Valkyrie request, so we can leave it for later. Now that toy bow, if I remember correctly, it is what you'd call a lethal joke weapon. Wait a minute, why does it have 100 attack? I'm a bit suspicious of that. You know what, I'm actually going to go into Tartarus right now and test this thing out, because I don't remember exactly how this works. I think I remember that there was one of these weapons that seems like a joke weapon at first, but actually is very, very likely to inflict charm. Or rage. I think it might be rage. Okay, I'm going to try and test out this toy bow on something that won't die in one shot to it.
3 enemies present.
Fighting phantom mages alone is normally a very bad move, but let's just see what this toy bow does. Okay, it just did normal damage. I thought this thing had some kind of special effect. Also, we may die to this. Well, yeah, we're resistant, but still.
You're severely injured.
Okay, apparently the toy bow is just, it just has 100 power. That's really all it is. Which is very good for this point in the game, but gets obsoleted later on. So, probably giving that to Yukari soon. I thought there was at least one of the joke weapons that had a high chance of inflicting a status, but, for now... Gonna go back to swords, because I don't like using bows. And it's finally time to end this Tartarus session. So, we've made some pretty good progress here, got a lot of the personas that we'll need for later in the week, and reached 425. When we return to Tartarus next week, we'll be tackling the boss, so see you then.